So, Mazen, I have a question for you, which is we're going to talk about learning now. How would you explain the function of play and fun and curiosity on the function of learning? How does having fun enable us to learn?
That's a very good question.
Yeah. This is just magnificent because you're opening a door now, a door of, it's not about, I'm not going to be criticizing, I'm going to be commenting on the school system and the education we have that is really created in a way that all the learning is based on stress because of the exams, grading system, and this pressure that the kids have from parents, from teachers, that we have to sit, and then intelligence means to be able to remember. So I'm going to say something. Intelligence is not the ability of remembrance. The ability of remembrance is that we have an ability, a big capacity to remember. Intelligence is way bigger than that. There's emotional intelligence, there's physical intelligence, there's intellectual intelligence, and way more other way. So intelligence is a misunderstood word. So the intelligence that is graded or we are examined pushed us to be more competitive. Hence, when we're competitive, we need this stress hormone to make us perform. You know, when we do sports, the stress hormone with the adrenaline is really secreted in the body-mind system to allow us to be on our peak performance. So now, when I bring that to kids, before they start school, right? I don't know, 4 or 5 depends each. Kids are in the now. They don't know anything but the now. It's playful before 5 years of age. I notice a lot with my nephew. When he came to this world, he's around 4.5, 5 soon. They kept on teaching him time because it was important, but he didn't get it. For him, he used the word tomorrow for yesterday. And then every time they tell him, Mazen is coming. And he's like, is he here? And he's like, no, he's coming in a week. And he's like, he doesn't grasp the concept of time. And then he's like, yeah. And then as if he didn't care. I thought he didn't care. But the moment I'm there, he's fully alive. So playfulness can only happen in the now, can only happen in the moment. Kids know it already. We lost it by putting the concept of time and then being actually slave of time and competition. That created more stress. So stressful society, stressful interaction with parents and kids, stressful interaction with kids and teachers, and then kids between each other, because they learn they have to be the best and they have to compete. Then the stress power start to be a big factor in learning. When we talk stress, we talk later on when stress is more there, that brings fear. Fear took over. So from 5-year-old, 6 years old of age, fear start to seep in, stress start to come in. The interesting thing is stress and then fear, the emotion that comes through fear, are emotions. They are literally hormones that are secreted from the body and the brain. And actually it helps memory. So it is possible to learn through stress, as it's seen. I did lots of studies during my PhD and after on learning and memory. Actually, that was the main topic. Now I see why you asked me the question. Okay, I got it. And then actually, when I used to work with animals and later on I worked with humans, the way to make animals learn is I need to give them a stressor. Why? When we have an emotion, regardless which one, this emotion is flooded into the neurons in the brain. And then the moment we have that, we have a formation of a memory. The emotion creates a consolidation in the formation of the memory. But regardless the emotion, the biggest it is, the incident or emotion it is, the biggest is the learning and the memory, because the neurons will consolidate so much, because the brain will consider it as a survival thing. Something big has happened, understood through the emotions. So I need to remember it. So next time I know how to adapt fast. So stress is one of the main important ways to learn. But also playfulness and joy. Because in playfulness and joy brings so much emotions and feelings. It's tremendously fun. But we're speaking about different. So you becoming around 20 or, young adult working, and you lost all the joy because you literally graduated from the school of life that is stress and fear. Lots of schools now are changing the curriculum and evolving. So I would say the next 5-10 years, lots of educators start to acknowledge that and understand that the best way to help students to learn is through playfulness. But the answer is not only playfulness. I'll use the word curiosity. Curiosity is a blast for a child. We have it. The moment we lose curiosity in teenagerhood or in young adulthood or later on in adult, we start losing playfulness. And the moment we lose playfulness, we start losing the joy, and then we become serious. So then we have to rely on something else to start to learn. And this is other emotion, which is the fear or the negative emotions. Negative, not as bad. There's no bad emotion, just the negative or positive emotions. Then we go toward the path of stress, high adrenaline, high intensity of things. And then, yes, we will learn. So I hope that covers a little bit the question you asked.
Yes, thank you. And we see this continuing. So we go from the school, I forget what you call it, the school of life of stress. And then we enter the workplace, which is also many times also runs on stress and operates on stress, especially the kind of corporate America model of working.